never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through.
Thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel, Pelican Bay Dog Talk and News for the day, giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here. Shout out to all my people in the chat. Shout out to all my people in the comments. Don't forget to drop down in the comments before you leave as well. Don't forget, if you want to donate to the channel, $ Pelican Bay Kennel on Cash App, or hit me up on the super chat as well. You know, shout out to all the Bulldoggers from one side of the country to the other side, from one side of the world to the other side. We got a lot of talking dog news for the day, so let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it, my brothers and sisters. We got a lot of dog news coming from different parts of the country today, but first, you know, let's get into this dog talk, you know, because at the end of the day, my brothers, I can care less what lines this man got or this young lady got or this old woman got. You know, my thing is to make sure you're making the right moves in this game. See, one thing about it, you know, when it comes to staying in lanes, everybody got to stay in their lane, including me, you know, and my lane isn't worrying about what lines you got. You know what I'm saying? My lane is to continue doing what I came in this thing to do and make a change in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Making sure brothers make the right moves when it comes to these dogs. You know what I'm saying? I can care less about everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen the game. You know, for me to argue or for me to go back and forth with somebody who haven't seen the level of the game and will never see that level of the game no matter how you want to take it, you know, it'll be foolish. It's foolish. We give y'all these stories, and we give y'all these stories knowing that you cannot replicate, you can't duplicate these stories. You can't go out there again and say you're gonna do it like 95. You can't go out there again and say you're gonna do it like 93. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you try to do, no matter how much you take your hound and run them through the rags, you can't live 90, 91, 90, none of them years over again. So when we give you these stories, it's only for entertainment. It's only for you to have some type of entertainment when it comes to these dogs, because what the fuck kind of entertainment you got when it comes to pit bulls? You know, what kind of entertainment? Now, see, I've been dealing with pit bulls for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to give you the honest truth. You know, United States for the last, since the 80s, been saying pit bulls, pit bulls, pit bulls, pit bulls. And they put these dogs under the limelight. They put these dogs under the crosshairs to be eliminated, to be exterminated. You know, they give these dogs a bad name. But with my studies over the years and my fairness and unbiased in this answer that I'm about to give you, I found out the United States had it wrong the whole time. It's not the damn pit bull, it's the damn owner. It ain't the dogs. Them dogs will be anything you want them to be. Them dogs will do anything you want them to do. But it's these one-minded, simple-minded damn owners. See, and we want to blame it on the dog. The dogs can't talk. You know what I'm saying? Dogs can't talk. But I done see it. I done see. The problem ain't the dogs. The problem is the people who got the dogs. You know? Everybody is not meant to have an American pit bull terrier. Now give it your American rights with your money. Everybody can buy one. But everybody is not meant to have a dog of that caliber. Everybody is not meant to have a Belgian Malinois. If you talk to people all the time, they'll say, Malinois is not meant for me. Belgian Malinois is not meant for me. But a pit bull, somehow or another, that word never comes out. Oh, a pit bull is not for me. Pit bulls are not for me. You know, pit bulls are not for me. Everybody feel like they supposed to have a pit bull. It don't go that way, man. It don't go that way, and that's what gives the breed a bad name. You know, that's what gives the breed a bad name. It ain't the breed. It's these folks with the dog. You know. So that's why I say I gotta stay in my lane, because at the end of the day, I can't argue with somebody about something. Like when I tell y'all about my dog stories, I'm retired. I'm done. So brothers feel like when they get up here and say, oh, he ain't active. Listen here, man. Listen here. What did you tell a brother that, okay, for my young brothers who claim they bangers, they this or they that, right? So when Monster Cody, you know who Monster Cody is, right? When he giving you his stories, you say, oh, he not active. He not active. Because he's not active, that makes his stories irrelevant. Because he's not active, you think he haven't been through every single thing that you trying to do? See, that's what young brothers always fail to realize. Even when we was young and our parents used to say, oh, I done did it all. You know, you think you're doing something we ain't never did? And you don't believe that when brothers tell you that. But I'm sitting here telling you right now, only thing about it, this statement I'm about to make refers to the younger branch. You know, I did something you can't do. You know what I'm saying? And it's not bad. When I say it's not bad, it's not bad towards you. Because you can't go out here and do this stuff don't mean you less of a man. Don't mean you less of a dog man. Don't mean you don't know what you're doing. It's just the way the times fell. Y'all brothers want to act like you want to get upset because it's not the Wild Wild West anymore. You brothers want to get upset because laws change. But you won't put that energy onto helping these laws stay different ways. You won't put that energy you got to get up here typing on Facebook, typing on my chat and all kind of stuff to go down here to these community meetings and vote for these laws. You won't do that. That's too gangster for you. You know, that's too much out your league. One-minded. You only want to think one way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you get the results you get. You know, that's why you get the results you get. It's not my fault. You know, all these brothers that come up here, give us these old stories, they're giving you their stories from the heart, what they've been through their days. And each one of them brothers that's giving you them stories from the 80s, from the 90s, from the 70s, you don't think in their head they know that this shit'll never be done again? You know? When I walk with my dogs, JD, Mellow Yellow, and the rest of them, I don't take them out saying, oh, this one gonna be better than Sammo. You know? I just caress the past, leave it where it was what it was, and move on. You know what I'm saying? Do better, bigger and better things with these dogs. That's why I told y'all a long time ago, when they talk about Hall of Fame and when they talk about legends and this and that, listen here, man. I did all that dog shit, but that shit don't satisfy me. It's more to them dogs than what I did. You know what I'm saying? It's more to all that. And I had to figure out what it was. You know what I'm saying? I had to figure out a bigger picture with this thing, you know, to the point where I can make money off my dogs where I don't have to rely on trying to sell somebody a puppy. You know what I'm saying? When you got to rely on selling puppies, that's when you start getting to the point where you just selling puppies. When you don't got to rely on selling puppies, then you can make better puppies because you can say, oh, I want to make this the way I want to make this and not how they want this. You know what I'm saying? Because see, when you start relying on them puppies, you need them puppies. Now you're going to breed them no matter what because you know they want them, they going to buy them, and you need that money. You see? See, that's what Big Marino come in at on my camp. Big Anime come in at on my camp. You see? They hold me down on that end. If I need money off a puppy, I go sell me a Malinois, Belgian Malinois, you know, rather expensive dogs. So that way when I have my pit bull puppies, I'm not pressed to sell nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? My dogs will go to great homes. People that I know gonna take care of them. People that I know not gonna be up here trying to bash them, you know what I'm saying, because they got one or two dogs and it didn't work out for them. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff today. I ain't sure how long this episode gonna be. Hope I got enough tape to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hit a lot of ends, you know. So let's keep this thing moving. See, I haven't felt this way since probably Bo, when I picked Bo up with Split Ears. You know what I'm saying? Because in my head, I know what time it is. I know how I'm about to get down with this thing. You know what I'm saying? See, my goal is different. I'm not trying to be the top dog man. You know, I'm not trying to be the top dog man. And there's a lot of brothers that's out here, that's their goal, to be the top dog man. That's not my goal, you know. I done experienced the dog game the way I wanted to experience it, and I can't complain. Dog game don't owe me nothing. I don't owe the dog game nothing. You know, I'm sitting back enjoying my pit bulls, taking care of my pit bulls and enjoying life. I can care less about all the other shit. You know, trying to keep up with the Joneses, like I said. My goal is to bring awareness to this breed, the positive awareness, where we got our one-sided, one-minded, one seeing people, keeping it on this level. I'm trying to show folk these dogs can go to any level you want to take them to. You know, it's only the owners. That pit bull like I can compete with any Belgian Malinois in the circuit with after she's been trained enough. And know that she's on the way. So why people are so ease and good with people saying pit bulls are dumb. Pit bulls don't have memories. Pit bulls can't remember this. Like the country have been programmed and gassed off telling you bad things about this dog for the past 30, 40 years. It's stuck in your damn head. You don't want to believe nothing but the same shit they telling you about these dogs. You know, if they tell you that, if they tell you a certain type of person is this kind of way for so long, the other group of people will start thinking that. The same way about a dog. You tell me this dog is this way for so long, and my dumb ass don't want to see nothing but one way, then I'ma think that. I'ma think this dog is dumb as hell. Until I see the old police officers say, oh, we know these dogs are just as smart as the other ones. When you start seeing all the police officers using them across the country, right? You start seeing all the police officers using pit bulls, all the army using pit bulls, and then you want to jump on their dick then. Then you want to jump on their dick. Oh, pit bull smart, this and that, this and that. But always talking about this man telling you this and this man telling you that, and you won't have a damn brain for yourself, you know? Because one man trained his dog, his pit bull for protection, what harm is that going to do you as a pit bull owner? If this man is making his dogs look good, I'm talking about any brother training their dog in protection. Because brothers quickly jump up there and comment on brothers who train their dog for protection. But what are you doing with the dog? Besides, I'm going to be all the way 100 with you now, my dog brothers. Because you know I fuck with my keeps. You know I fuck with all that type of stuff. But what are you doing for the breed outside of letting them jump on a tire and hang on a video? That ain't shit. But when a brother get up here and try to show you these dogs are intelligent, you want to knock them. You want to say, oh, keep these dogs dumbfounded. Keep the owners dumbfounded as well. We don't want to be smart. We don't want to be educated on this breed. We want to stay dumb, ignorant, and what they call niggas. What a nigga is, an ignorant person. That's what we want to stay. And that don't make no difference what color you is. An ignorant person is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You want the real definition. So if you ignorant, you that's what you is. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it's like, folks, it's ease. It's like, it don't bother y'all to stay ignorant about a breed. Because it's like, long as you stay ignorant and just think one-sided, you'll never see the big picture. You'll never see the big picture. Now, word was, the brother from Alabama fucking had child support warrants. No. You know, it's two sides to every story. You know what I'm saying? But we just give you whatever news we get, however we get it. Word was, the man had child support warrants. Didn't hear nothing about no dope charges yet on none of the updates. Child support warrants, dog fighting. Like, what the fuck? Now, scarred up dogs, other dogs, that's different. You got all that stuff when them people come out there to visit you, it's different. That goes back to what I'm saying. If you know you got these dogs, you don't want to be beefing with no damn police about nothing. You don't want to be, can't pay your child support, police got to come to your house. You got to stay on top of every fucking thing. See, a lot of y'all young boys, you're putting yourself into situations. You trying to roll with the big dogs, but you're out here doing all this bullshit. Got 50 dogs at the house. Out here fighting, shooting, and all kind of shit at the club. Them folk come here. Now they come about one thing, lock your ass up about another thing. You know? You got to understand, once you get them dogs, you putting yourself, you want to be a dog man. Dog man don't be out there in the streets doing all kind of crazy shit. You know? Dog man take care of their dogs to make sure their dogs taking care of them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and like I said, I'm not in this trying to be the top dog man. I can care less about being the top dog man. I had that in my head a long time ago. You know, even when I had Sambo, it wasn't about me being the top dog man. It was about my dog coming on top every time we came to the occasion. I can care less about being the top dog man. You'll never be the top dog man. You know? No matter what you do, Tom Garner making a lot of sales, but people still say he don't got the dogs to make it. The dogs to make him the top. Yeah, he the top seller. Like I said, one person will always have an excuse why the next person is not the top dog man. So I will not strive to be the top dog man. I'm only here to make a change in this game and bring awareness to a breed that a lot of assholes got. You know? Intelligent breed, bred over the years to do a lot of great things. But a lot of my one-sided, one-thinking, one-minded brothers and sisters gonna let this breed be gonna let this breed be eradicated, gonna let this breed be erased because of their ignorance, because of their one-sided thinking. So yeah, I'm going to stay in my lane because this is what I'm about. I'm trying to make a change. I don't give a damn if you run a Mayday yellow Jeep or Bolio or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you the stories and then the old dog talk when it comes to that. Run what you want to run. Make the moves what you're going to make the right way is what I'm saying. If you're making the right moves, then I did what I'm supposed to do. by you buying a yellow dog, by you buying a Jeep dog, by you buying an Eli dog, don't make me nothing. It don't mean I did shit for the game. You can go buy all the dogs from Big John and them stuff. That don't mean I did shit to the game. All I did was help another man make money. That ain't what I'm here for. I'm here to make a change in the dog game. You understand? Now, my brother D. Ross say, stay true to my shit, PBK. Hey, D. Ross, you know me, dog. You know me. Gonna stay true to it, my bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, all I can do is try to make a change in this game. And like I said, if I help one person, you know, I did my job. That one person gonna help another one person. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna stop making myself so accessible to people. You know, I'm like, it's like I'm opening the doors and trying to help all I can help, right? Any kind of way I can do it, you know? And it's like, brothers, take your kindness for weakness. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, take your kindness for weakness. You know? And that's what makes me aggravated. That's what pisses me off. When I see that. When I see a humble brother that just straight up keeping it 100, I'm going to ride with you to the end. But when brothers come up here trying to snake shit, trying to take my kindness for weakness, you know what I'm saying, and play me on the sideways tip, you know, it just end up that way every single time. It end up going left every single time. I was telling my brothers, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of upgrades to the channel. Just different things, you know. Don't like to stay the same but so long. Like to keep doing other things, you know what I'm saying? Never get content with what I'm doing, at least, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my own self now. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not going to get content on what I got going. I got to keep going, striving to get better. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the person that was the 7,000 subscriber on the subscriber list. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, man. Appreciate y'all. Let's keep this thing going. You know, we're going to keep this channel growing. See, I got haters out there because, you know, my channel should be bigger than what it is, as far as subscriber-wise. But I got haters out there, and it is what it is. One thing about hate can never overpower love. And at the end of the day, you just kill them with kindness. You know what I'm saying? Just roll on over them and look down at them like them basketball players used to do when they, you know, when they get dunked on. You know what I'm saying? Step over them. You know, it just is what it is, man. And when I say upgrades, it's just different things I got to be doing, man. I'm only bringing people on my show to do interviews. You know what I'm saying? The older brothers can give interviews. There's no way you young brothers can give me an interview because you can't talk about the things we can talk about. It don't have nothing to do with your egos. It don't mean you less of a dog, man. It mean you not in the days that the laws were misdemeanors. You know, we're not talking about hurting nobody, no crimes, no nothing like that with no statute of limitations and none of that type of stuff on them. We talking about misdemeanor crimes from back in the 80s and the 90s. You young brothers can't do that. So I don't want to interview you. It don't mean I don't respect your dog game. It means you have nothing to tell me. Now, another thing. You see how quick these brothers are to, I'm telling y'all brothers now. I'm telling y'all brothers. Shout out to my folk out there, man. Shout out to brother Eli Monster. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to brother Cayman. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to brother Landon Hill. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to brother City Boy. Supreme Excellence 1. Hunt Down Kennels. Hunt Down. Salute to you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hunt Down Kennels, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Mr. 216-614-3. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers with them numbers in it, I got to try to keep all that shit in my head. You know what I'm saying? Because I get them numbers confused. You know? Let me see, man. Salute to all my brothers. But the thing about it, you know, we going to keep bulldogging, doing how we been doing. And I always say, you know, we got bad apples. Not calling nobody no bad apple. I'm saying you have bad apples in the dog community, whether they old or whether they young. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, you can't make a person. See, this dog game today is, I'm gonna tell you how different it is from when I was in the game. You know, y'all used to talking a lot. And that's why I told y'all before, you know, when modern day times start coming, I got out the game. I was out the dog game when they took my dogs from me. Man, listen here, man. I came from the old days. And believe me, as the old days trickled into the newer times, I was hollering at folk, and folk talking. And when I start noticing folk only want to wait to December, I said, man, this ain't the dog game I'm used to. Talk all year, wait to December. Talk all year, wait to December. Man, somebody done got shot, lay down before all that talking y'all doing, man. That's why people be all that wolfing and stuff going on, because y'all do too much talking. You know, instead of competing. You got the Samurai Kennel digital dog show. If that digital dog show is not jam-packed to them brothers say, we got too many dogs to judge. If it's not to that point, then when I get up on, after that digital dog show, if that shit not jam-packed, when I go up on Facebook the next day, I shouldn't see nobody posting up on no damn Pitbull message board. I shouldn't see nobody posting a picture of an American Pit Bull Terrier on a damn yellow board, on a Mayday board, on an Eli board, on none of that. Unless you just don't fuck with Samurai. You know, see, if you don't deal with the brother, that don't mean you hating. You know, but a lot of y'all brothers hate, you know what I'm saying? Just sit right there, smile in the brother's face, and, you know, so and so. And this is the thing, you know, we mix business with what's really going on. Because you don't deal with me, you don't want to get involved in a real life, real time activity that I'm having going on that's going to benefit your pit bulls. That's just showing your selfishness and hate. You know, sometimes you got to have things, you got to leave certain things where they at. If you don't like me and you know my event that I'm having will benefit your dog, you only hurting yourself and your dog by using your anger towards me to keep yourself from this. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, right now, the Samurai Kennel Digital Dog Show is the biggest dog show in America that's going to be on television. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be getting cash money prizes, you know, as well as other things, as well as weekly and monthly recognition with your dog on TV, weekly with different dog channels. You know, so when we start comparing what you leaving with when you leave as a winner from the Samurai Kennel Digital Dog Show, it's gonna outweigh what you leaving with when you leave the ADBA or the this other show or this other show. You know, you can act like it ain't gonna overweigh it, but believe me, it's gonna overweigh it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have a ribbon over here. We get a ribbon, match them ribbons, Samurai. Match them ribbons with ADBA. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no promotion. We got promotion, fam. You know what I'm saying? We got promotion. They got the magazine. We can magazines, books. Hey, who needs a magazine when we got television? That come out 4 times a year when you got television that's strolling all day, all week long. Okay. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? You can compete way from Europe. You could be in your house. Like I said, my brother's in Russia. You bring your dogs. You holler at that brother Andre Williams on Facebook. He give you this stuff. The deadline is September 15th. You holler at him before then. You can compete in this digital dog show from your house in Russia, from your house in Yugoslavia, from your house wherever you at. There's no dog shows in America. You know, with the American accolades, with American credentials that you can compete in from your yard in Ireland. My sister Mary could compete from Ireland, you know, way from Ireland. She don't gotta come over here to Texas. She don't gotta get her a vacation. No, none of that. Take her vacation time to fly over here and get over here. There's 30 people at the damn dog show. And then she disappointed because she came way over here for the dog show, 88 dog show, and there's only 30, 50 people at it, you know. She don't got to do that. She can holler at my boy Andre Williams on Facebook, get into the digital dog show, because there be multiple. We have multiple. When I say we, I'm talking about the dog community. You know what I'm saying? Because that brother doing his own thing. You know what I'm saying? That brother have multiple dog shows a year, digital dog shows. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get in this one, make the next one. You know, but just like that brother said on the last show, By the time you get down, by the time y'all ready to jump in and say, I'm ready to be a part, that price going to be up there. You know what I'm saying? That price going to be up there. You know, that prize going to be up there as well. But you can't expect the prize to be up here and the price not to be up here. You know, it just is what it is. But like I say, stop all that hating y'all doing. Get your ass off your ass. You know what I'm saying? Take them dogs out there and do something with them and show us how they look. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, I'll make a challenge with any of y'all brothers that want to cap, and talk. Let's make a weight challenge. You know what I'm saying? On my next live or whenever this video stream, you give me a weight. Show me your weight live on a video. You know, that day that you making that weight. Show me that weight that day that you make that comment. If you say 48, show me your dog weighing 48 pounds. I'll show you what my dog weight. And then on the day of the Samurai Kennel digital dog show, we're going to see if both of us make the weight that we said we was going to be at the digital dog show time. Live on TV before the digital dog show. The prelims, fam. The prelims. Let's make weight. Y'all talking all that cap. Let y'all know how to work these dogs. Let's call a weight right now in my chat, my brothers. Because I'll go right out there and get Mellow Yellow, way up. And this ain't to all my brothers. This to the ones who, them fast talking ass dog men. You know what I'm saying? Want to always knock a dog man. Call your weight out and let's have them weights right for the digital dog show. And we're going to put a wager on that shit. That ain't got nothing to do with the dog show. We just going to put a wager on it. Because at the end of the day, betting on a dog is betting on a dog. Why I got to go hurt my dog to make the money off this? If you're rubbing it, see, listen. Y'all out there rubbing, right? Y'all out there rubbing. You say you need that win is a win. You don't care about how good your dog really is. Y'all shooting them steroids, right? You don't care about how good your dog heart really is. Do you really got the bulldog to win? No, you don't care about that. You just need to make that win. Get that money home. So why should I care about hurting my dog up when I can get that money home by going to compete against other brothers across the world, across the country, some of the best brothers that know how to put these dogs together? Why the hell I need to go ahead and get my dog scratched up when I can compete against them? Why the hell I need to get my dog scratched up when I can call Miss Mary in Ireland and say, Miss Mary, let's compete. Let's me and you compete. Let's see who will have this dog looking the best on Samurai Kennel Digital Dog Show Day between me and you. On that day, before the showtime, me and you get up on live and we show our dogs and have fun, compete. And then you send me a cash app if I win. I send you a cash app if you win. Dogs, man. Dog, man, honesty. Dog, keep it true to the game. You know what I'm saying? Keep it true to the game. It don't gotta be about all the bullshit y'all want it to be about. You know? Cause see, y'all dog game limited and mine not. I'm what you call an unlimited dog man. You know, sky is the limit. I came up in the bigger era. You know, sky's the limit, fam. Y'all boys came up in a different era. You know, y'all came up in a different era, man. All the way around. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can't look at every single thing in life and see how different it was from when we came up, and just imagine how the dogs was, okay, y'all pants different than ours. We're not going to say what it is. We're just going to say what it was. The way y'all wear y'all pants, different than ours. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all wear all y'all clothes, different than ours. The way y'all dance, different than ours. More feminine. Y'all do more feminine stuff in y'all dances. You know, it's like the country feminized y'all at the same time. Y'all don't think. Y'all more reckless than we was. You know, the same way we was more reckless than the brothers from the 90s, but we had a more money mentality than what y'all got these days. Y'all advancement is way lower. A 25-year-old, 26-year-old these days is not doing the things a 16-year-old was doing in my days. 16, 17, my days, you driving Benz, rolling around in Beamers and all kind of shit like that. You ain't worrying about no blue and red flag. You ain't worrying about jumping nobody, none of that type of shit. We on different levels. So if you can't see that everything in life changed from our era to y'all era, imagine what the fuck the dog game was compared to y'all era to our era. All this bubblegum shit we got now ain't the bubblegum shit we had back then. You know? So I can't get in an argument with folk who will never understand that. You know, only thing we here for is to give these stories. When it comes to the old dog talk, give the old dog stories. Let you enjoy that shit. Let you see what brothers was going through back then and just enjoy the stories. You can't take it for no more and no less than that. You know, no more, no less. You know, we have brothers up here every day that down this man dog, down that man dog, but yet we haven't heard them talk about one dog. See, now we about to get on our NBA players and Stephen A type talk. Because see, they give Stephen A hell for not touching them basketballs, not touching them footballs in the professional league. But yet, brothers always have these opinions about things and about levels they never reach yet. Like, it's no harm in saying you didn't do this. See, that's part of being green. That's all a part of being green. Is when you know you haven't learned this, or you see one thing about being green. Like I told my brothers before, but see, y'all lucky. Y'all not in the era we was in. You got the option to talk, and talk your ass off on Facebook and make yourself feel like you the top dime on Facebook. Back in them days, you talk so much, and now you gotta show and prove. You know. But hey, man, you know, it's just different, man. Some folk don't want to understand that. Y'all young folk gotta stop thinking somebody talking down on you, because I'm telling you, I know you can't do what I did back in the days. And when you think dog in the box, you thinking in the box. See, when I say in the box, I don't mean in that box. I mean your brain is inside of a box. You thinking inside of a box. If you thinking, when I say you can't do what I did, and you thinking only I'm talking about a dog inside the square, no, your mind or thought is only inside of a box. Another thing, you know, we got a bad habit of doing. Talking about dog men, saying dog men names. You know, saying dog men names when we haven't even dealt with these folk. Now, we talking about people that still got dogs. We're not talking about these brothers from back in the days, 80s, 90s. We talking about people who still got dogs. People that you don't deal with. People that you don't know if they got dogs or not. People that you don't know if you saying something to put them in a worse situation or not. But you speak on this stuff. That's not dog manish. If I say Mayday, I shouldn't have to say Victor. If I say Jeep, I shouldn't have to say Mr. Crenshaw. If I say Jocko, I shouldn't have to say Mr. Chavis. If I say Eli, I shouldn't have to say Mr. Boudreaux. Some of you brothers, you get up here, you talk, you forget Mr. Boudreaux, going to the first names. You know, we go to first names, this and that. And man, listen here, man. The dog game is screwed up. If you can't see it, my goal here is not to be the top dog man. You know, that's not my goal, man. My goal is to help people, because I don't want nobody to lose their dogs. I don't want to come up here and do a show and I'm showing y'all a dog bus and so, and they come to find out it's my brother, one of my brothers from the chat. You know, I was about to say names to my brothers down in the chat, but I'm not even going to put that bad luck on y'all brothers. You know what I'm saying? It was one of my brothers from the chat. That's not what I want. That shit gonna hurt me if something like that happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know y'all personally, but over periods of time, we get to know each other. You know, I don't have to see how you look. You know what I'm saying? We build relationships through conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I don't wanna come up here and I'm giving dog news unexpectedly, not even knowing that I'm talking about one of my main brothers from the chat. Then brothers be like, oh, that's so-and-so, man. That should have fucked me up. Because I rock with my boys. I rock with my ladies down there. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't strive to be the best dog man. I don't strive to try to say, I'm selling you the best puppies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when it comes to say, I'm selling top quality family dogs, best puppies like that, yeah, I'm willing to stand on that. But I'm not trying to say my puppies are better dogs to have than your dogs, better dogs to have than this brother dogs. That's not what I'm trying to say. No, I'm trying to take pride in my stock. See, and a lot of brothers don't take pride in their stuff, and when you take pride in yours, they sit back and try to throw salt on you. You know, throw salt on you. But like I say, about that walk 'em off stuff, brothers been hating on that stuff for the last 20 years. Last 20 years, it ain't nothing new. Only thing is new is all this social media stuff, different platforms that come up, every other year. Another media site opens up. Another outlet opens up. That's the only thing new. Them boys been hating on that stuff since back in the days, man. You know, they been hating on it since back in the days. And this should tell you something. Why they still hating on it now? You know, still hating on it now. And this ain't the one brother. This is a lot of brothers. You know, because like I told some of my folk I was talking to, man, this ain't nothing new, bro. They been hating on that Big John stuff. You know, been hating on it, but they can't stop it. And if it was bad, as a lot of them brothers claim, it wouldn't be a high commodity. Wouldn't be a hot commodity. And see, Big John did it. Little John did it without making 1,500 breedings. You know. While they was doing them 1,500 breedings, that Big John and Little John stuff was breeding best to the best. Breeding best to the best. Hey, it is what it is though, man. One thing you can't do is stop somebody from feeling a certain kind of way when it comes about certain dogs. One thing I can say, if you're gonna ever say, all right, how many of the Big John dogs have you beaten? See, I don't talk trash about Eli dogs unless I beat them. Like, it's super crazy how I try to help brothers, and then brothers, within one day, brothers turn around and try to tear me down. When it don't go their way, they try to turn around and tear me down. That's why I say my wall is up. Certain people will mess it up for the next person. You know what I'm saying? People will mess it up for the next person. At the end of the day, we going to give you them interviews. We talking to brothers of age. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to my younger brothers. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know, but when I get my younger brothers up here for interviews, I need to be able to interview you. I don't need sit-ins. You know what I'm saying? Interviews, you know, because sit-ins, you can't benefit the conversation, because we get to talking about stuff that you can't compare to. When I say compare, I mean you can't talk about it with us, with it. Not without bringing us into a zone that we don't want to be in. We don't want to be in this modern day zone talking about what's going on and how we got it right now. We talking about back then. And I always clarify that if you do this shit like we did back then, right now, they got somewhere for your ass. They got somewhere for you. It's called a jail. You know what I'm saying? Your ass going to jail. You know, so like I said, interviews still coming. Content still coming. The best I can give it to you, still coming. Still scratching, still coming. Ain't playing with them, I'm still coming. Fair and unbiased, I'm still coming. Some gonna like it, some ain't. I'm still coming. It's on and popping, man. We about to get into that dog news right now. I'm going to start this thing off, man, with a great story. You know, I always give you them pit bull stories from different standpoints. I'm going to start this one off with a great story. You know, we got a pit bull here, and we got a lady here. You know what I'm saying? A pit bull and a lady is all I'm going to say. I'm going to let y'all get into it and see how it turned. We did have one bad thing, but we're going to talk about it after the video. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all my brothers down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all my sisters down in the chat. Salute to all my bulldoggers that's watching this video that's not in the chat. Let's get into it.
A carjacking suspect, and that's just one part of a very wild series of events in Daytona Beach. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Lisa Bell. At one point, the suspect dropped his gun. A 7-year-old picked it up, then opened fire. News 6's Troy Campbell is here to walk us through all that happened, Troy.
Well, Matt, Lisa, we went to Daytona today, and we spoke with the woman who actually instructed her 2 dogs to attack that suspect after he had already forcibly pushed his way into her house. And law enforcement says, there's the 2 dogs right there. Law enforcement also says that they were searching for him for crimes that had happened just prior.
When he came in, he had his hands up, hollering, "Mama, mama, help me." I'm like, "I ain't none of your mama. What? And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know you. Get them, girls."
Now, hold up. Stop the video right there real quick. I love the way she said that. Hold up. I don't know you. Get them, girls. You know what I'm saying? Hey, now you telling me your Redboy Jocko, that's you done spent $3,500 on sitting up in the house with you, and somebody come up there and talking about acting crazy like that, right? You know, what your dog gonna do? You know, what's your dog gonna do? Now, brothers can say what they want to say, but if you in the house with a pit bull, or if you around a pit bull and you get your ass whipped, what the fuck was the purpose to have a bulldog with you? I mean, damn, he'll fight a dog, but he lets his owners getting his ass kicked. What kind of dog is that? See? A real dog gonna hold it down for his owner. You ain't gotta train him. See? A real dog ain't gonna let his owner get fucked up. But see, a lot of brothers won't understand that because they want to stay one-minded. You know what I'm saying? They want to stay in that box I'm telling y'all brothers about. You know? But let's keep back to the video.
Marie Gilbert says on Monday morning she heard a knock at the door, but once she opened it slightly, she was pushed backwards after Volusia County sheriffs say 42-year-old Anthony Galloway forced his way inside. That's when she called in help from her 2 pit bulls, Willow and Roxy.
They grabbed him here, and the officers came in, and once they came in, they asked me to call the dogs off. And once I called the dogs off, he got up from here, and he ran here and jumped out of my kitchen window.
Moments before, investigators say Galloway was being pursued by deputies following a carjacking at a BP gas station.
He got the phone, my wallet, and everything.
This wasn't a carjacking, right? They didn't throw you out of the vehicle?
No, they just put gun out of me. I was pumping the gas at the gas station.
Wait, they put a gun at you?
Yes.
Detectives say after the dog attack inside Gilbert's apartment, Galloway ran into a business warehouse along Mason Avenue, where he refused to come out for about an hour.
Come out now with your hands up, man.
This video shows SWAT officers moving closer and then breaking open the door where Galloway barricaded himself before taking him into custody. Law enforcement says about 70 officers responded to the scene.
We would have gave you one, man. All you do is come out.
Then, a couple of hours later, a woman called dispatch reporting her 7-year-old son had found a gun near their apartment along the 400 block of Brentwood Drive and fired a single shot. Witnesses say this is where the bullet hit the building. The sheriff's office says the gun matches the same gun used by Galloway in the carjacking and believe he tossed it while running from deputies. And prior to this incident, investigators say Galloway has already been charged with 67 felonies, 12 prior felony convictions. And the sheriff's office also says their detectives were able to use software, facial recognition software, to be able to identify him using the surveillance video
from the BP gas station. Matt, Lisa.
Now, thankfully, that situation turned out great with the kid. He didn't get hurt. The gun fired off and hit, went off in the building. But that could have been all the way went left, and the kid could have shot himself. But it didn't happen, so that situation turned out pretty good. Now, on our next video, we get into two brothers that was locked up for abusing a cat. I ain't gonna talk about that. Let's get into it.
County Sheriff's Office reportedly received a call about a video posted to social media which included two people intentionally hurting a cat. After watching the video, deputies were able to figure out who one of the suspects was by his tattoos. 20-year-old Gabriel Messer of Barberville had already been arrested on Tuesday on criminal abuse of a juvenile charges and was still in jail. When questioned about his actions, Messer told police that the idea to stab the cat was from the other person in the video, a juvenile boy. He's being held in the Knox County Detention Center on a $5,500 cash bond. Police then interviewed the juvenile in the video who blamed Messer for the incident. He was arrested and taken to the Breathitt County Juvenile Detention Center. Police say more charges are possible in the case.
Next, we go into a situation where, I'm gonna let you see the video as I always do. We got dogs that you can see their heart beating. That's how skinny it is. Took from the people. They call it a hoarding situation, but it just, man, if you can't take care of these dogs, just give them up to somebody who can. I wouldn't even tell you to give them to the shelter these days. Find somebody out there. It's people out there who love dogs who can't afford them, far as thousands of dollars. Because, the prices of these dogs, and it makes a difference what breed it is, dogs are expensive. And they might can't afford that, but they can afford to feed them and take care of them. You know what I'm saying? You got plenty of people out here who want dogs, who don't care about no papers, who don't care about no bloodlines, don't care about none of that. If you can't take care of them, let them folk get them dogs. You know what I'm saying? Let them folk get them. Don't just keep them there looking like that.
Call a hoarding situation, and a warning, some of this video could be disturbing to some of you. The shelter took in 10 dogs, 2 cats, and a chameleon last Friday from a camper in Wayne County. 10 other animals died. Now, investigators say there was a garbage bag covered with maggots, and some of the animals were emaciated. Morgana McGee and Zachariah Sheetler are both being charged in this investigation. State police say Sheetler admitted to killing one of the dogs by strangulation. Both are being held on $50,000 bail. Those charges include aggravated cruelty to animals and neglect of animals.
Okay, next story. We going way up. I say way up, my brothers and sisters, because I'm down in the South. We're going way up to West Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia, where we have an animal rescue worker back on the spotlight. Another animal rescue worker charged with animal cruelty. You know what I'm saying? We talking broken backs. Broken backs. Yeah, I said it. Broken backs. But let's get into this video, man.
The case of animal cruelty in Charleston is under investigation. A former animal rescue worker is in jail, charged after 2 dogs were found dead and several other animals were found malnourished and with severe injuries at her home. News Channel 3's Matt Lackritz has more on the condition of the animals and where they are now.
With 2 dogs dead and several other animals injured and malnourished, neighbors in the 1200 block of Woodland Drive like Lisa Fork can't believe these animals were kept in such poor conditions.
If I had any clue of what was going on the other side of the fence, I would have taken action.
In addition to the dead dogs, 1 cat was found with a broken spine, 2 kittens dehydrated, another cat with no access to food and water, and another dog close to death. Stacia Abb was taken into custody August 3rd and is facing felony animal cruelty charges according to Charleston police. The surviving animals taken to the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association for medical treatment and cruelty examinations.
No animal, human, any type of being should have to just go through any type of situation like that where they have to be hungry, where they don't have like a warm bed to sleep in.
A criminal complaint describing Abb's charges says 2 dead dogs were discovered deceased and decomposed in Abb's basement freezer, swarming with maggots. Nautica Kotenauer, a humane officer with the Charleston Police Department, says going through the home and finding the animals in such poor health was nauseating.
The power had been been cut off since mid-June, and the 2 dogs in the freezer were decomposed, so the scent was just overwhelming.
Everyone that I've spoken with today is sickened by how these animals were treated. But now that they're here at the Humane Association, they all hope that they can be nursed back to health.
We have dog lovers all around, cat lovers all around. Any of us would have helped those dogs. We would have taken them somehow, gotten them help. We would have done that.
Ob is being held on a $10,000 bond. Matt Lackritz, WSAZ News Channel 3, Charleston.
Now, my brothers and sisters, y'all know Barbara Wibble up there with Canine Lifeline Rescue that had the 200-some dead dogs in Ohio. I thought she was bad. We got another case of some folk who rank up there with Barbara Wibble. We gonna have the top abuser contest at the end of the year. Who wins the top abuser award of the year? Barbara Wibble is in front right now. 200 dead dogs with Canine Lifeline Rescue. But see, these folk here, we got 12 dead horses plus 20-some dead dogs. One dead horse, it should draw some attention, right? 2 dead horses draw some attention. I'm talking about from the owners. Oh, we got a dead horse out there. We need to move it. 12 dead horses, 20-some dead dogs. Only excuse you can have for me is somebody came out there and killed every last horse and every last dog somebody y'all had problems with. Came out there and killed all the dogs and all the horses at one time. And we know that didn't happen. 20-some dead dogs, 12 dead horses. Now, this ain't a situation when I can say the crime don't fit the time because they didn't got the time yet. But I'm willing to bet you 12 dead horses, 20-some dead dogs, not involved with pit wolves, 20-some dead dogs. Some of them could be pit bulls, 20-some dead dogs, not involved in dog fighting, 12 dead horses. They will not get charged like a brother with 3 or 4 dogs that just got locked up for dope and now they locking them up for dog fighting. They will not get the same charge. All he had was 3 dogs. With 1 or 2 of them got scars on them, not big scars. Forget it. Forget the scars. He got 3 dogs, no scars. He caught a dope charge. Now he a dog fighter. He'll get charged higher than the person with the 12 dead horses and the 20 dead dogs. And how much y'all want to bet on it?
A Collin County woman is under arrest tonight facing animal cruelty charges. It comes after sheriff's deputies made a horrifying discovery on her property. NBC5's Vince Sims has the latest on the investigation and reaction from someone who suspected something was very wrong.
This property in Collin County along Graybill Road is where investigators executed a warrant Tuesday and made a gruesome discovery. Located around on the property, investigators found 12 dead horses and 24 dead dogs in advanced stages of decay. Investigators were led here based on a citizen's complaint.
I know those animals suffered.
Deanne Murillo is an animal advocate. She says she alerted agencies about dead animals on this property back in January. She shared these pictures of a dead horse on a trailer taken back then and other animals she says appeared to be unhealthy.
Once they were on that piece of property, those monsters that were supposed to take care of them and did not, and they suffered. They suffered horribly.
This woman, Rachel Ann Sward, has been charged with animal cruelty.
I met her once when she was trying to supposedly save a donkey that was loose in our little community. And she held herself out as a nutrition specialist of animals.
The Collin County Sheriff's Office says this is an ongoing felony investigation. Murillo is hoping justice is served.
The district attorney, in horrific cases, they can bump it up. They need to bump it up.
In Collin County, Vince Sims, NBC5.
No. If we can't see this year, dog fighting is not an epidemic. Animal cruelty is an epidemic. Dog fighting is a problem. Animal cruelty is an epidemic. When you got brothers out here screwing, having sex with dogs, having sex with cats, when you got women out here having sex with dogs, having sex with other animals, you know, animal cruelty is an epidemic. You know, I mean, it just is what it is, man. You got to call it how you see it. You got to play your cards the way they dealt, you know, and right now, you know, we looking at our hand, but we know we've been cheated. You know, you know when you've been cheated, when you look at your hand, and then the person you playing against always dropping, and you can't never beat it. Something ain't right. They rigging your hand up. But in this particular case, they ain't rig your hand up. They rig your mind up to think a certain way, to stay one-sided, to stay in that box, and to think anybody who think outside the box is not good for the pit bull. It's not doing what the pit bull is made for. You know what I'm saying? No, my mind ain't made for where your mind is at. You know what I'm saying? My mind is made for the world to see what my mind has to offer. See, you want to keep your mind one track, one-sided, and knock every brother who try to do something with these dogs on the positive side, you know. That is how some brothers is. That's why them brothers and them bully dogs, see, it ain't hard to understand. Them boys don't fight they dogs. They don't think about fighting they dogs. So that's the ego that's left out of their whole program. When they want to be the top dog, they want to be the top breeder. They want to make them top bullies. They go out there and make that top dollar at that show. No, these brothers want to get up here and say this, say that, say this, lie about this, lie about that, make up this, get mad about this, get mad about that, get mad about this, say they lying about this, say you lying about that, you capping this and that and this and that. And man, listen here. Like I said, I'm going to stay in my lane. That way I don't have to be in that lane. You know what I'm saying? That way I don't have to be in the lane, you know? It ain't about me leaving the swamps. I just get in the boat and ride through the swamps. Never put my foot in the swamps. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in my little canoe. Just ride and see what's going on from spot to spot, you know? It's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? More than one way to skin a cat. Like, we so worried about keeps. We so worried about food. We so worried about steroids. We so worried about supplements. We so worried about all the stuff that don't matter besides that damn dog you're breeding. And you wonder why I take pride in my Big John shit. Because we took pride in our shit over the years. While y'all was doing all that fucked up ass breeding, my folk was breeding the right way. So damn right, I'm going to stick up for my folk for breeding top quality, trainable, working line dogs, family, companion pets. Can't help you wasn't making the same kind of breedings year after year after year. We're not talking about 1 or 2 breedings you made that made 1 or 2 good dogs. We talking about a legacy. See? I can't help Garner don't got nobody to represent him on these channels. I can't help Mr. Floyd don't got nobody to represent him on these channels. I can't help Mr. Crenshaw don't got nobody to represent him on these channels. I can't help Mr. So-and-so ain't got nobody to represent them on these channels. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know, it is what it is. See? A lot of brothers wanted to be that top dog man back in the early 2000s. They lost their dogs. A lot of brothers wanted to be that top dog man back in the early 2000s. They made moves they weren't supposed to make. They made reckless moves to be that top dog man. Lost their dogs. And you wonder why brothers still remain with their dogs. Because they weren't striving to be the top dog man, only produce top quality dogs. But see, that's going over some folk head. You know what I'm saying? It's going over some folk head. When I tell you, you can never, my young brothers, you'll never understand when I say you could used to ride up in brothers' yards, talk to them about dogs, go see the dogs, see a yard tour, all that stuff, all that good type of stuff. You're not gonna get that shit no more. You won't understand what I mean when I say that. You can only visualize it in your brain, you know. And then some folk get up here and say, oh, so-and-so doing yard tours. Listen, man, it's a difference between you got 1 or 2 brothers doing yard tours and you got all dog mans doing yard tours. You know, and whether it's a yard tour, they're going to talk to you about their dogs. And see, it wasn't all about the money back then because, the $1,000 right now is not the same as $1,000 was back then. We know it. You know, the $250 back then was a little bit more money than $250 is right now, of course. But at the same time, them dogs still weren't as expensive as it was now. So the brothers that was selling them, they wasn't focused on trying to make $1 billion off you. They was just focused on you getting a dog and you representing a dog the right way. See? That's why I don't talk that percentage talk. Like I tell you before, percentages only based on certain things. I know exactly what my brothers mean when they say percentages. I know exactly what you're talking about. But I don't, me myself personally, I don't base what I do off percentages. Because I'm already based. I'm good. I'm not thinking about trying to find a line, trying to do this. I told you I'm already content with what I'm running. So with me, it's not about percentages no more. Maybe with you starting your line off, it's going to be about percentages. Yeah, because you just starting your shit off. You talking to somebody who already been dealing with a line for a long period of time. See, it's different. That's why I tell y'all, you coming in one lane, trying to take the asphalt and the gravel from this lane and bring it over here, and it don't ride the same. You know? Yeah, when you starting your breeding off, you got to see what the percentages is for this. The percentages is for that. What's this? How many of these dogs? But when you're worrying about percentages, you got to worry. That's when you got to, if you're worrying about percentages, what you need to do is stop your breeding program, right? Now, say you're not selling your dogs to just any Tom, Dick, and Harry. What the first thing you got to do, you can't sell your dogs to any Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know? And I'm talking about any Tom, Dick, and Harry, no matter how good they're going to take care of your dogs. You know, you got to sell your dogs to people who going to take them to these competitions, who going to the ADBA shows, who going to this show, who doing the treadmill, who doing the weight pull. You know, if I'm selling my Molly Wilds for protection dogs and I'm steady selling them to people who ain't doing protection, what good is that doing me? Yeah, I'm making money. Yeah, I'm selling them to good people who taking care of the dogs. But if I'm not selling them to the people who using the dogs in the right way, what kind of percentages do I have? What does that mean to the quality of dogs that I'm breeding? I know these dogs can go and damn work on the police force. But the people I'm selling the dogs to don't want the dogs for that. So why would percentages mean anything to me then? This is what I'm telling brothers. See, you can't step into that lane when I left that lane 30 years ago. When I left that literally 30 years ago, I'm 44, 14 years ago I was in that. When I was 14, 15, 16, I was in that lane of thinking. You know what I'm saying? In that lane of thinking. You know, it is what it is. Shout out to all my people in the chat, man. Hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you get up out of here. You know, salute to all my brothers down in the chat right now. All my sisters down in the chat right now. From one side of the U.S. to the other side. From one side of the Europe to the other side of the world. From one side of the world to the other side of the world. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the bulldoggers. Let's keep this thing going. Now, we got another problem. Not only do we got the rescues abusing dogs, now we got situations where The doggy daycare is abusing the dogs. The places where we drop the dogs off when we want to go out of town and stuff like that, they're abusing the dogs. So we ain't gonna talk about it. We just gonna get into the video and check this out. You know, we just gonna get into the video and check this out because this shit is getting outrageous. You know what I'm saying? It's like, folks, just if you don't want to deal with these dogs, you don't want to be in that situation, stop building these companies, starting these businesses and taking these kind of jobs. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's like saying somebody, you don't want to work at McDonald's, you don't want to work at the drive-thru. Don't be mad at me when I pull up at the drive-thru. Get your ass and go get another job. You know what I'm saying? Be happy when whatever you're doing. You know, it just is what it is. Let's get into the video, man.
Is horrified after she says her dog was abused at a local pet grooming business.
After a multi-week investigation, the Petersburg Police Department arrested Christy Alftamorty on 3 charges of animal cruelty. Eyewitness News' Sharian McBroom with more tonight.
Carla Martinez says her Shih Tzu Bo is one of the nicest and sweetest dogs she's ever seen. But when Bo came home from Doggy Styles grooming 2 weeks ago, he was not acting himself. She says she didn't know what had happened until an employee of the grooming business, who would later quit that same day, reached out to her and tell her what Bo had gone through.
She'd get him up on the table and she put a noose around his head. And she said every time he would do something, she would push him off the table. And the first time that she pushed him off the table, this employee thought that he had jumped, so she ran over there to grab him. And when she grabbed him to put him back up there, she made him throw him back down because she said that he needed to do that. And she said that she hung him there. She said his tongue was turning purple and his eyes was bulging out and was drooling real bad.
And according to Martinez, the abuse didn't stop there.
And was hitting him in the head with her shears and telling him that he needed to go to heaven. And I don't know, she said that she tried to get her to do that when she was cutting his toenails, and she said, I'm not doing that to that dog.
Martinez says Christy did.
And they did, say that he did have a swollen trachea and chest congestion from strangulation. So they put him on anti-inflammatory pills, so I had the proof. So she pretty well quit messaging me.
Martinez also says Alftamorty could possibly be involved.
Now, on another note, there's a lot of talk about Big John. Listen here. I don't care what you got. I got what I got. We don't care about your stories. People been hating on that stuff since back in the days. One thing about it, they going to hate on what they can't conquer. You know what I'm saying? You can't conquer, you going to hate on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about your stories about it. At the end of the day, I got a pure Big John dog, and I'm showing you what it's doing right now today. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worrying about what it was doing back in the days. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, haters been hating on the Big John stuff for years and years because they can't produce it, they can't make none of it, and they can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I ain't got time for all the sideways, this and that. Get what you gonna get. I'm not even stressing it. I'm running what I'm running, and I don't need no persuasion about no other line. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with what I'm running. I'm not trying to persuade you to switch your lines. Keep running whatever line you running, and you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not in this dog game looking for a line to run. That's damn sure what I'm not out here trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to look for a line to run. Like I said, I'm gonna stay in my lane. Trying to do the right things for these dogs. And some of y'all brothers stay in your lane and try to figure yourself out in this dog game. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I said, y'all worrying about Big John stuff and you ain't never touched one. Go touch one, then we'll talk. You know what I'm saying? Go beat one, then we'll talk. Own one, then we'll talk. Other than that, I can care less what you're running. You know what I'm saying? I can care less what you're running. It's funny how a lot of that stuff that y'all brag so much about, it ain't here in 2023. But I go out in the backyard and get you a pure Big John dog. But it is what it is. Get what y'all gonna get. I'm just rocking what I got. I don't need no persuasion. I'm good. But thank you, man, to all my brothers in the chat, all my sisters in the chat, everybody that's rocking with the Bay. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep doing it. Like I say, upgrades coming to the channel. Plenty interviews coming to the channel. Shout out to all my dog brothers that been rocking with me in the past, that still rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the dog brothers from the West Coast to the East Coast, from the North to the South. You know what I'm saying? All my bulldoggers from one side of the world, like I said not too long ago, from the other side of the world. I have to give props to all my bulldoggers because everybody rock with me I'm talking about from the crevices and cracks in the corners of the world. You know, we got bulldoggers that pop up in little countries I ain't even know exist. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my bulldoggers, man. PBK9s, holding it down the way I always do. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay legal. See y'all on the next go round, and I'm out.
Don't push me, nigga, cause I am not a killer. You think cause I'm a female, I won't sit in the gorillas. You gon' say it's Halloween. Michael Jackson Thriller. You don't think it's Halloween, nigga. Michael Jackson Thriller. When you know you really soft, nigga, soft like a pillow. I'm on some real shit now. It's all about the money. Raw millionaire, and I'm all about my money. I made some for my bitches who be all about the money. You catch flies with shit, you catch bees with honey. They call me raw millionaire, and I'm all about that money. I wake up, get up, then I count my money. You can't be a millionaire if you ain't about this money. No, I know some bitches hate me, they say I'm acting funny. Do I gotta spell it out for you, hoe, is you a dummy? No, bitches shouldn't hate me, cause your life crummy. I've been saying it the whole time, bitch, I'm about my money. Don't push me, nigga, cause I am not a killer. You think cause I'm a female, I won't cylinder gorillas. They gon' say it's Halloween. Michael Jackson Thriller. They gon' think it's Halloween, nigga. Michael Jackson Thriller. When you know you really soft, nigga, soft like a pillow. I'm on some real shit now. It's all about the money. Raw millionaire, and I'm all about my money. I made some for my bitches who be all about the money. You catch flies with shit, you catch bees with honey. They call me raw millionaire, and I'm all about that money. I wake up, get up, then I count my money. Yeah, I'm from the city in the state where it's sunny. All my bitches eating, yeah, we count that money. Some bitches broke, they should've focused on the money. Yeah, some bitches broke, they should've focused on the money. Instead, you out here tricking with these niggas living bummy. Boy, you out of stock, you made me like you really chummy. Gucci on the dash in this alley, all that money. Pour another round for my bitches with that money. Chanel another bag, cause you know how I'm coming. Yeah, I'm always stunting, cause you know I'm about that money. VIP with my bitches, cause you know we keep it coming. I keep a burner in my purse for you bitches acting slummy. Yeah, I'm gon' pop it if you fucking with my money. So don't push me, nigga, cause I am not a killer. You think cause I'm a female, I won't send in them gorillas. You gon' say it's Halloween, nigga. Michael Jackson Thriller. You don't think it's Halloween, nigga. Michael Jackson Thriller. When you know you really soft, nigga, soft like a pillow. I'm on some real shit now. It's all about the money. Raw millionaire, and I'm all about my money. I made some for my bitches who be all about the money. You catch flies with shit, you catch bees with honey. They call me raw millionaire, and I'm all about that money. I wake up, get up, then I count my money. Yeah, I'm from the city in the state where it's sunny. Raw millionaire. If you didn't know, bitch, now you know.
For I'm so completely yours. To hear folks chatter, and I know
Oh, that shit look tough, man.
right or wrong don't matter when you're with me.